Sixth grade, we are continuing to work on our snowman with our designs in it. Today, I'm going to give the students in class a chance whether they want to use a marker or a black colored pencil, or they could just use the regular pencil and fill in things dark. We're going to talk a little bit about the lights and the darks and trying to get some of those features that we put in, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, try to get some of those to show up. So I'm going to show you mine, and that's what we're working on today. Okay, here's my design, and like I said before, you could use a marker, you could use a colored pencil, or just a regular pencil, and you could just color in a little darker with that. If you use a marker, you definitely want to make sure that you take and put a scrap piece underneath, because you don't want that going through onto our next sketches. Now, what we're looking for here is getting some of our nice designs to show up, and it's just going to be a nice black and white design. If you had some images in there that you want to stand forward, for instance, I had some eyes here. I'm already going to fill those in just so that they come forward a little bit more, and then I can go and work on the designs in there. This will help me maybe decide what I want to do with some things, whether I want them to be black and white, maybe just an outline. But for right now, I'm just going to go in with dark for all of it. And we got a mouth here. This one might not be too bad because of the design I chose, but this will help me in the long run. I feel like I got one more right here. And then I can go in and darken up my branches as well. Now, once I get all those things done, then I'm going to start working on my designs, and I want to think about how I want some things to stand out. So usually outlining is not a bad first start. So I'm going to kind of go in. And just go over my pencil lines. And we talked about this last week about, taking our designs and going a little bit further. Well, the coloring process, like we're doing right now, can also help make those designs go a bit further. So this one, if it was just kind of plain, it could have been just the zigzags, but I went in with some lines, and now I'm trying to think about what I want to do with some of those lines, and I'm thinking of an alternating shape, or alternating colors. So in this area here, that would be black, but the stripe going down will be black, and I think this will work out nice. Kind of gives the idea of the top hat being black anyway. And though outlining is pretty nice, filling them in is always a nice option as well. Make sure I'm paying attention here. And you can see that this has helped push my design just a little bit further than just kind of giving it that plain old outline look to it. Alright. Again, make sure you got a piece of paper underneath. And I feel like this is going to be a little darker on that end. Alright. Now, it could be that I outline, again, starting with just a plain old outline is okay. And I have a space, what looks like a bunch of bouncy balls here. I have a space behind it that is blank. So after I get done going over all my pencil lines for my design, instead of filling things in, I may go in and add, with my coloring, a unique design element to it. Instead of making it a solid color, sometimes adding lines, especially with marker, will add a little tone of value as well to what you have going on. So everything doesn't have to be filled in solid black. or left solid white, you could have a nice gray tone in here by just adding some lines. Now the closer the lines are together, the darker they're going to look, and the further away they get, the lighter they look. And I think in the bouncy ball area I will fill it in. All right, and I'm going to continue working on this one, trying to decipher between what I want to add, and I'm kind of picking as I go along. All right, I'm seeing where it takes me. I'm going to work on this, finish this up, and you work on yours. There you go, 6th grade. So you saw that I tried to get my lights and my darks in there. There were a few things that I just left alone, especially if I wanted to show some of my other facial features or some other things I wanted to have stand out. You'll notice I also went in with little bitty dots. So you'll notice the closer those dots get together, the darker it looks, and the farther away they get, the lighter they look. So that's the same with just the lines. So you can do quite a few things. I've done squiggle lines, and if they got all squiggly and real close together, it was darker, and if they were farther apart, then they got lighter. So you can use some of that kind of stuff to help fill in some of your open spaces. So be creative, see what you come up with. Like I said, marker, pencil, colored pencil, something so that it's got a nice black and white theme. You can also go in after the marker dries, take an eraser. I'm going to go in and erase all my extra pencil lines so that they don't show up. Can't really do that with pencil or colored pencil, but if you've got marker and you want to clean it up a little bit, that's the way to go. All right? Thanks, guys, and we'll talk to you next week.